Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Pemko. This is their part number 94518 DW is what this is. This is a residential threshold. The 94518 is representative of the fact that it's an in-swing residential threshold that is in the 4-inch range size rather than something that's in the 3-inch range size or the larger 5-inch. They're not 3, 4, or 5-inch. They're 4 3/4, 5 3/4, 3 3/4. This is the middle of those two sizes, and we'll talk about the dimensional properties in a moment. The 94518 is representative of this profile and its size. The D in the part number means that the aluminum portion is in the dark bronze anodized versus the other available finishes. And let's pull up those other finishes now. I wanted to pull up the catalog because I didn't remember I didn't want to miss any of the finishes. A for mill aluminum, and I'm looking at the price list here. You can do a bright dip gold, which would be a quite shiny metallic version of a finish that would better match perhaps a polished brass. Moving on, you can do the D finish, which is the dark bronze anodized. You can do the SN finish, which is satin nickel. Now, satin nickel is interesting in the sense that it's an anodized finish over aluminum, so it does not match perfectly anything that's actually satin nickel, something that's made of brass and has a satin nickel finish on it. It will be quite complementary, but not exact. So if you're thinking of satin nickel, look at the images or the videos that we have posted online for those thresholds in that finish to be sure that you're comfortable with satin nickel from Pemko. And that covers all of them. So aluminum, bright dip gold, dark bronze anodized, and the satin nickel are the 4 finishes that you can get with this. The W in the part number means that this is a wood adjustable top. Okay, piece of oak material that's there. Now the W is important to have listed there because you can do adjustable top thresholds from Pemko and other than wood. You can do the aluminum adjustable top, and simply that would give you this piece, however made of aluminum. And to get that part number, you would simply drop the W in this part number to get the aluminum version of this. Okay. The residential thresholds like this, whether it's the 93518, which is a smaller version, 94518, or the 95518, which is larger than this, you're dealing with thresholds that are intended for the wood pre-hung door industry, like a typical 4 5/8 jamb that you can add extensions to. They make 3 sizes of extensions: a 3/4 inch, a 2-inch, and then a 3-inch are available that will allow you to achieve up to basically an 8 3/4 sort of depth. This is an NT version. We're going to get to that at the end of this introductory area of the video. For fabrication purposes, we can assist with notching of this material at the factory. We can order them for an upcharge to be notched or modified, perhaps for a mullion if you've got a door with a side light. We'll need a sketch. We'll have to quote that, but we can happily do that for you. These, again, are designed for the pre-hung door market, and as a result, because of how they're installed, they're provided without any preparations for screws. They're provided without any fasteners because these are intended to be an integral component of the overall frame structure, where you are going to have your 2 jambs and your header, and then the sill is literally connected between there and physically fastened through the jambs, and that's what this wood portion down here is partially for. You will screw or staple the jambs right to the end of the threshold, and as a result, up here there will be nothing. The downside of what these are inherently, if you are doing a remodel, is that you're really not going to be able to extract the old threshold, and that's problematic, but that's the nature of what it is. I have had clients in the past simply delicately remove that, cut the fasteners, replace something. I've had people that have drilled right through the top of the threshold. I've had people who have told me they have removed the wood adjustable top and have screwed down right underneath it in this gap here. I've never done it myself, but I'm telling you what people have told me. I've considered drilling through here and then going with a fastener through the wood portion and then sealing the top of this off with maybe a button cap that you might find in the furniture industry to cover screw holes, things of that nature. So it's difficult at best to do a retrofit. And if you expect a significant amount of volume, you might reconsider the wood top because this will wear. And I have people call me and say they want to buy just this. And Pemko does not sell just this, nor do they sell just the adjusting bolts. And according to Pemko, they are not intended to be removed once they're installed. And I've had people tell me that can't be possible, and I've said, well, that's just what Pemko's telling me. I've had some people tell me that they've been able to easily extract that material and replace only this. So I've never tried it, and that's where my experience in that will end in this video. The adjustable top is available for up to a 1/4 inch adjustment so that you can contend with maybe a sill condition that's not level or a door that's really not cut straight or hanging plumb in the frame, or maybe the frame is installed in a parallelogram sort of situation. The threshold also features the Pemko preen insert, which is the PK74BL. And what's nice about this insert is that as you adjust this up and down, it will help keep a tight seal against that face and the top of the aluminum. So the transition material here, they're calling the moisture barrier. And those can be relatively easily replaced, and you can purchase a new one, PK74BL. The front door of my home has a threshold possibly almost identical to this, and that PK74 is 12 years old and is in perfect, proper working condition with normal usage, normal exposure, even though it is a Chicago southern exposure, which means it's going to get sunlight all the time. The threshold is available in 32.5 inch, 36.5 inch, 73 3/4 inch, and then 98 inch. This happens to be a 32.5 inch for purposes of this video. Now this item is the NT version. NT stands for narrow trim. That refers to the fact that the wood piece of oak on the back side is narrow. This is 1/4 inch rather than the standard 7/16 of an inch. For every one narrow trim version of the threshold we sell, we will sell 1,000 standard trim. So this is only to be bought when you are literally trying to account for an overall width, where you need to have something a little bit smaller, or you simply want a smaller trim. You want something a little bit thinner on the backside for whatever purposes of suiting your ultimate requirements. This is an in-swing threshold, so you're going to have a condition by which the door is going to primarily reside over this area. It'd be very much recommended that you have a door sweep, even one with a drip cap that would be attached to the face of the door, or even better, perhaps a mortised automatic door bottom underneath the door so that it can make direct contact with the top of the adjusting wood trim on the top. 5-degree slope that will allow water to draw back, and any extension that you would add would literally snap into this feature in the front of the threshold. Okay. They can easily be cut down in the field. That would be something you'd have to do. Obviously, you're going to want to be mindful of where the adjusting bolts are on either end, and probably cut symmetrically, if at all possible, to trim that down. And that's very common. You know, you'll have someone that will do a 42-inch door. The front door of my home is 42-inch. The problem with that is you're stuck with buying a 73 3/4 inch version and then cutting it down strategically to suit your needs. Let's see here now, the balance of the information for this threshold. it's important to know that they offer other variations on this item. You can have one that's basically all aluminum where there's no wood trim on the back. And you can review all of that from the link below this video to the manufacturer's page, where you can pull up not only all of the Pemko items that we sell, but also all of the items that will be found on their website with the link to their website, and then the full line catalog. And what I like to do is when I pull that full line catalog up, which is what I have over here, do a find function, Control F on your keyboard, and type in 94518. You'll eventually get to the page where it's located. The point being, above it and below it, you'll see the other sizes, and we didn't talk about the dimensional properties of this one, but you'll see the other variations, the aluminum top adjustable. Now there is an image below this video that will show the dimensional properties. This one's 4 11/16 because of that narrow trim. Okay, you're going to have a 1/2 inch leading edge height here, and again those extrusions, pardon me, those extensions are going to work very nicely with these. 1/2 inch over here, and then at its minimum you're going to be at 1 1/8 inches, and then you can get that up to 1 3/8 when you adjust it all the way up, should you need to. But right now it's at its minimum. The crown width of the wood adjustable top is 1 1/4 inches. Okay. If you have any questions on the Pemko 94518DW with an NT trim, residential style threshold, or any other Pemko product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.